Hi, and welcome to Voice of Truth. Are you afraid of confrontation? A lot of people are afraid of confrontation. Why? Because maybe they're intimidated by the person they're going to have a conversation with. Maybe there is something out of balance between them and the person wants to talk about it but is afraid of what's going to happen. There's going to be some kind of a rebuttal or something. So I have something that I have been using for years that helps me with confrontation, and that is when I know that I am going to have a difficult conversation with somebody, I call on the Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit, I call on the Holy Spirit every time because I know that if the Holy Spirit is present, I am going to be speaking the words from the Holy Spirit. And the Holy Spirit gives us strength and conviction to hold our integrity inside and to speak the words of truth. So, if you're having a problem, this is the way to do it. Now, I have a story for that. You knew it was coming. Anyways, years ago, when my mother passed away, it was very, very sudden. And we were just all like in a state of shock. And it just so happened that before Mom passed, I had been invited to be a guest speaker for the annual conference of the Boy Scouts and the Girl Guides. And so they would be coming from everywhere to have this big gathering, and I was invited to be a guest speaker. And I said yes. But in the meantime, Mom passed away, and of course, you know what that's like when you're losing somebody, and you know the funeral and the shock and everything. So anyways, when I returned home, because I was out of town for this, when I returned back home, the conference was happening, and I was like, oh my God, I don't have anything written down. I don't have any plans. I don't know what I'm going to say, and this is huge. This is a big deal. So I got to the place where they were hosting it, and I was sitting at the head table, and there was a reverend sitting beside me, and he offered his condolences for my mother, and then he said, how are you doing? And I said, I don't have a word written down, a word. And I said, I don't have any idea of what I'm going to talk about. And so he said, well, good luck. He could have said, blessings, my child, but he didn't. Anyways, what I did when he stood up to say grace, I called in the Holy Spirit. Now, this is not about confrontation, but it is about how I found the words. And I called in the Holy Spirit, and I asked the Holy Spirit for the guidance, for the words, for the truth, and that it be something that everybody would enjoy. And sure enough, the Reverend sat down, and when they called me to speak, I stood up and I started like right out of the gate. Like I had it all prepared. I knew exactly, I heard all the words that I needed to say. And I spoke those words, and before you knew it, I had the whole conference engaged and laughing and smiling. And I had everybody up and moving, standing ovation, the whole 9 yards. And guess what? They told me that I was the best speaker that they'd ever had. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Are you using your tools? When you go into a place of fear, are you using your tools? I did, and therefore I came out successful. So anytime that you feel afraid like this and you need to confront someone, or even like I did, I was going out to make a speech, give me the words. Call in the Holy Spirit. She'll the greatness, the Spirit of the Holy Spirit will never let you down. I hope that helps. We'll see you next time.